Okay, hey, hello everyone. I'm Marco, founder of Similia Homeopathy software. I will give a brief introduction about myself for who doesn't know me. I've known homeopathy for around 10 years. I started as a patient, and then over the years, I was very happy with the results I had and surprised, and that's what led me to study homeopathy in the UK. And actually just this year, last month, I graduated from the practitioner course at CHE in the UK. And I have a background in software engineering. So soon after starting studying homeopathy, I got interested in softwares and tried most of them. And I was not very happy with how they were working and some things they had, and that's what led me to starting working at a new homeopathy software. I started working at Similia 1 year ago, and the software has been available since 1 year. It has been available as a free edition, and we made a lot of progress over time. And just now this week we launched the professional edition with the Murphy works, Robin Murphy Meta Repertory and Nature Materia Medica. And yeah, I think that's it. And yeah, tonight in this tutorial I will go through the software to see the functionalities, how does it work, what we can do with it, and then we can see if there are any questions. And I mean, even during the tutorial, if you have any questions, feel free to either write in the chat or just interrupt me, and we can go over them.
Yes.
So I will share my screen. All right, so this is the homepage of the software. I think everyone that's here probably already tried it and registered, so I'm not going over the registration process, which should be fairly easy anyway. So here in the home page, we can access the different sections of the software. The main sections are the repertory, the materia medica, and the cases section. Then we have a study section, which is actually more a proof of concept at the moment that I created, especially for colleges, where you can make repertorization exercises and interactive case analysis. Then we have the AI tools, which we can also use in the cases. So I will show soon what's the difference between them. And then we have the periodic table, which is the periodic table of the element on the homeopathic view. So the various series, stages, and each element, the homeopathic view of it. So we'll start from the repertory. So the repertory section, in the repertory section, we can only consult the repertory. We cannot make any repertorization or analysis. So it's intended if we want to have a quick look at a rubric and see which remedy has inside, that's what's intended for. But if we want to do a repertorization, then we would do that in the cases section that we will see in a moment. I have here activated the professional version with the meta repertory, but actually I will first start from the free version. So when you're on the free version, the default repertory that you have selected here, it's a search using all the classic repertories. And here in the Repertory Explorer, Kant repertory. So the repertory section is divided into two main ways of using it. One is through the search mechanism, and the other one is through the Repertory Explorer. In the Repertory Explorer, we can explore the repertory similar as we would do with a book. So we first pick a section and we can click on it. And then we will be shown all the rubrics in that section in alphabetical order. Some rubrics, they have this down arrow icon. It means that they have sub-rubric. And if we click on it, we can see the sub-rubrics. If we click on a rubric, we can see which remedy has in it. And this number after the name of the rubric, it's the number of remedies included in that rubric. We can also explore the Repertory Explorer with the keyboard. So we can type here in this input. We can start having, for example, MI, and we get filtered based on what we typed. And then I will click enter. And then again, I could go on and write ANX, anxiety, and I click enter. Again, I navigate down the rubric. I can also use the arrow keys up and down to navigate. So yeah, basically it's just another way, instead of using the mouse, the cursor, we can use the keyword to explore it, which is something it's present in other software as well. So if someone is used to that kind of way, we have it here as well. And then we have the search mechanism, which in my opinion is the most interesting. In the free version, we only have the normal search, so keyword search. So we will get rubrics based on what we search for. So I search fear dark. We will get rubrics that contain in the name the words fear and dark. Also, we have the synonyms. So in this case, we get, for example, also mind, anxiety, night. And in this case, the word fear is called a synonym for anxiety, and that's why we get it, or the word dark as the synonym for night, and that's why we get those, which in some situation it can be helpful. As you can see, we have the all repertory selected, and we are getting rubrics from all different classic repertories, and we can recognize them by the tag here with the name of the author after the name of the rubric. We can also decide to only use one repertory at a time. So we could deselect the all classic repertories and, for example, select Kant, and this search would only return rubrics from Kant repertory, and same with the other repertories. I will now move to the meta repertory, which is present in the professional version of Similia. For the premium repertories, we have two different ways of searching. We have the semantic search, and then we have the keyword search. The keyword is the same one we have in the free version, so it's returning rubrics based on the words we search for. The semantic one, which I find very useful and interesting, it returns words based on the meaning of what we search for. So we'll proceed with an example here. And I type, I'm afraid when I'm on a tall building. And we can see we get results. The first one we get is the rubric fears heights, high places, and then we get similar one and sub-rubrics. As you can see, like not even one word of what we searched for, it's present on the name of the rubric, but still it got returned because the semantic search got the meaning, and that's why. So yeah, it can be very helpful to find rubrics when we don't know the exact wording of the repertory, which sometimes is, I found myself and other people I spoke with, it's something, yeah, we struggle a lot with it to find sometimes the old language or maybe some more difficult medical language that we don't know, and maybe we type the symptom as the patient told us, and we can find the correct rubric thanks to the help of the semantic search. Then we can also filter for remedies. So here we have this other input, search remedies. And if we start typing something, it will show up this drop down with the name of remedies. And if we click on remedy, we'll select it. And you can see here has been selected. So now either if we make a search or we use the Repertory Explorer, we'll be only shown rubrics that contain this remedy. And by default, all the degrees are selected, but we can also say, I only want to see the rubrics that have this remedy, lachesis, in it, that they have, where lachesis is present with a score of 3 or 4. And one interesting thing is that we can search also without typing anything in the input box. And so now I will make a keyword search without typing anything with the lachesis filter. And this is basically returning all the rubrics in the meta repertory where lachesis is present. So we know that in the whole repertory, lachesis is coming up in 11,823 rubrics. Or we could check how many rubrics is coming up with a score of 3 or 4. And we know it's coming up on 1,663 rubrics. So yeah, I think it can be useful to know using it this way, like a remedy, how much it's represented in the repertory. And sometimes I do it with smaller remedies, just to understand how much they are. This is, I think, one I looked recently, Lacumanum, and as you can see, it's much less represented than lachesis. It's coming up on 347 rubrics in the whole repertory. The remedy filter also works on the semantic search, but if you want to do like this kind of analysis to know the number of rubrics, you should use the keyword because it returns all the rubrics in the repertory, while the semantic, it filters them. Yeah, I think this is it for the repertory section. Well, one last thing. Also here in the search, like in the Repertory Explorer, when you click on a rubric, you will be shown all the remedy in it. And yeah, actually one thing, maybe it's not obvious for everyone. As you can see, the remedies, they have different colors and style of text. So plain black, it's degree 1. Italic blue, it's degree 2. Bold red, it's degree 3. And purple bold underlined, it's degree 4. Another thing is that at any time you can click on the name of a remedy, and it will be sent into the materia medica of that remedy. And for who has the professional edition, they will always be sent to Murphy Nature Materia Medica. While for the free version, they will be sent to one of the classic authors. But also on the professional version, if you want to look what the old authors have to say about the remedy, you can always switch here, clicking on the name of the different authors. Yeah. And then if we want to go back to where we were, we can click the red go back button, and we come back here where we initially clicked on the remedy name. So yeah, this is it for the repertory section. And I will now move to the materia medica. I could either click here on the top navigation bar, materia medica, or if I go back to home, I click here on the quick access card, and it's the same link. We'll pop up the chat just in case. Okay, this is the materia medica section. Here we have two inputs. The first one is to filter by remedy name. So initially, we got the list of all the remedies present in the software. So you can see it's a lot of them. But if we start typing on the first input the name of the remedy, it will be automatically filtered for each character that we type, so that we would come on this section if we know already, like I want to see the materia medica of belladonna. So we come here, we start typing, and then we just click on it, and we go to the materia medica of the remedy we were looking for. Another interesting feature, it's the search in materia medica, which is this one, the second input. So with this search, which only works in the professional version, we can type some words, either one word or a series of words, and we'll get the results, all the remedies ordered by number of occurrences of what we searched for. It's present in each remedy. So now I search for the word headache, and we get ordered, we get the remedies. So this first one, Planoinum from Murphy, 48 occurrences, and so on. So I think this can be interesting for different things. For example, in this case, just looking for headache, I think it's interesting because considering that we have them ordered by number of occurrences, I feel it's a way of finding out, the most prominent remedies for headaches, for example, because of course, if it's mentioned a lot, it means that it's probably a big remedy for headache. But also we can search sometimes more niche things. So we could search for Parkinson's. And it's another way to know which remedy, which this is, of course, it's a more niche compared to headache condition. We see much less occurrences, but still we can see eloderma. It's the remedies where the Parkinson's word it's mentioned the most, and below the other remedies. By default, we are searching for words in sequence. So if we only type one word, it doesn't matter. But if we type more than one word, then we can decide to search for either words in sequence, words in same sentence, or words in same paragraph. This can be helpful because what we look for, maybe it's written in a similar way of how we searched for, but with the words in sequence, if it's not exactly like how we typed it, it will not come up. While with the words in the same sentence or same paragraph, it will come up. So we can say, for example, headache, morning. Also, when you do a search, this on Clark, it's not very. So when we make a materia medica search and then we click on the remedy, the words that we searched for will be highlighted in yellow in the materia medica. So as you can see, we have here the words headache and morning, even if they are not on the like one after the other, they are still coming up. While if we would have searched for words in sequence, yeah, actually we would not get any results in this case, because maybe it's the author could have written like headache in the morning and it would have not shown up. And yeah, this is it for the materia medica section. So I will now move to the cases section. Also, we can use either the navigation bar or from the homepage. This, I think, it's the most important, most interesting, or probably used section. It's where we can make the repertorisation and analysis. So as I was saying before, to make a repertorisation, you first have to create a case. So here I have other cases that I worked on in the past. You can create a new case by clicking this button. You have to input a case title and a main complaint, which would be, of course, anything you like. It can be the patient name or the initials, and main complaint also can be either just a word or a longer, like more than one complaint, or even a longer phrase. Those are compulsory, those two. If we want, we have the option to add more details about the patient in case we want to use only Similia software as a way to manage our patients and all the information we have about them. In that case, you can click on Add Patient Details, and you can add the gender, date of birth, address, email, and phone number. But that's not compulsory. So I will not add those, and I will proceed to create the case. This is the case page. At the moment, it's empty. So basically, the only thing that we would do is to create the first analysis using the green button here. But after, we will see after we have some analysis, we have some things that we can see here. Okay, this is the analysis page. On the right side, we have the repertory, which is the exact same that we saw before, just a bit smaller. On the left side, we will see the rubrics that we select for the repertorisation. We have this bar in the middle that we can use to make either section smaller or bigger. On laptops, usually in the middle, we have enough space for everything, but this is particularly useful when using the software from a mobile phone. And yeah, actually, everything I'm showing today, the repertory, materia medica, and also the cases, it's available on a mobile phone and is optimized to be used on a mobile phone. I will quickly show an example of this simulated the mobile phone here. So as you can see, we have much less space, of course, on the mobile phone. So this bar can be useful when you are looking for rubrics. For example, you can move it up here so that you have more space when you are looking for rubrics that you want to add. And after you've added all the rubrics you're happy with, you can move it down and add more space to see the one that you select. We'll go back to the normal view. The only different thing in the repertory section is that we have this green button on each rubric, which we can use to add a rubric to the repertorisation. As you can see, after we click it, we see it here in the selected rubrics list. And then we also have the red minus button in case we want to delete it. We want to remove it from the repertorization. So for now, I will just add a few rubrics to then show the analysis section. So actually, after we have added the 2 or more rubrics, this green button activates. Before, if you only add 1 rubric, we cannot use it. And this is where we will see the grid with the repertorization itself, with the scoring of all the remedies and rubrics we have selected. So now I have selected some rubrics, and I will click here, analysis, and this is the screen where we can see the result of our repertorization. By default, it's ordering remedies by sum of degrees. So I can click here on settings, and here we have sort remedies by sum of degrees. So the score that each remedy has in a rubric, it gets summed, and that's what we are ordering it for. We can also decide to instead order it by number of rubric first. So in this case, we order it by how many times a remedy is coming on a rubric, not giving importance to its score. And those 2 numbers we have here, first one, it's the sum of degrees, and the second one, it's the number of rubrics. So to go back to the other page where we can keep adding rubrics, we can click the red close button here. So one other thing, as you can see here, we have A, B, C, D, and by default, we were on A. If I click on B, we can see that it's empty. We have no selected rubric. So this is a way to do more repertorization inside the same analysis. So in analysis, usually the idea is that it's used for an appointment. So when you have an appointment with a patient, you create a new analysis, and the whole appointment information and repertorization can be in that analysis. So this allows us to make more than one repertorization for the same appointment, which, for example, sometimes we want to do maybe a totality repertorization and then a more like therapeutic repertorization. We can use the different section here. Or another way that can be used, it's also that sometimes we start with the repertorization, we add a few rubrics, and then we want to start playing with it, but we don't want to lose the initial one that we did. So in that case, we would go on B, and we can click copy from A. So now we have copied all the rubrics that we had on A. And here we could start removing something and add something else. And the initial one, it's untouched, it's still like before, and we can play it on this one. And same with the other ones. We can give a grade to each rubric by clicking the yellow grade button here. As you can see, after I click on it, those numbers appear here. And by default, all the grades are 1. So when we add the rubric with the green button, it's not shown, but it's defaulting as grade 1. But yeah, with this functionality, we can change the grade from 0 to 4. So we'll put 3 to this one, for example, and here you can see now this 3 number, meaning that we set the grade at 3 for these rubrics. And what the grade does is that it gives more importance to this rubric. So if I go back on the analysis, now this, for example, phosphorus, which is coming up with the score of 4, since we have put a grade of 3 for the sum of degrees, calculation, now it's being counted as 12. So it's all the remedies in these rubrics are multiplied by 3 in the sum of degrees calculation. And yeah, it's a way to give more importance to some of the symptoms if we want to. We can also merge rubrics by clicking here. We start by clicking the merge rubrics button. And then we get those boxes that we can select. After we select 2 or more rubrics, we can click the confirm merge button. And what it does is that it merges the 2 rubrics together, and now it's only one. And how it works is that if a remedy is coming up in both rubrics, it will be only counted once with the highest score. So if in the first rubric we had pulsatilla with a score of 3, and in the second rubric pulsatilla with a score of 2, in these new merged rubrics, we would only have pulsatilla with a score of 3. And this can be useful if we have 2 similar rubrics and we want all the remedies of those 2 rubrics, but we don't want to give too much importance. We would merge them so that we still have all the remedies, but we are not giving too much importance, because for the sum of degrees calculation then, and also for the sum of rubrics, it's not counting twice, let's say. And if we want to unmerge it, we can click here, the unmerge button. And same with the grade, we can click again here on the grade, and we would go back to 1. I will now move to the notes. So here we have a few buttons. One of them is the notes, and this opens a new page where we can type notes of our case, and it's useful if we want a place where we want to keep the notes of the patient available, which we can then access from also different devices. If you're out with your mobile, for example, you could access them easily from your mobile. But actually, here we can start also using the AI. And now I will make a demonstration. So I will paste something I've got here from a case, some notes, some symptoms. So after we input something in these notes, we have this blue AI analysis button coming blue, was gray before. And so if you click on it, we will run an AI analysis. And what it means is that using AI together with the data of the repertory that we are using, we will get suggestions of rubrics. So as you can see here in real time, it's showing us which kind of symptoms it's searching for in the repertory. And depending on the length of the notes, it could take from 1 minute to a few minutes. And as we will see shortly, once it's done, we will see the list of the suggested rubrics here. So this is not a final repertorization. Those are rubrics that are suggested, which we can then use the green button to add them to our repertorization. So the idea of how we would use this tool is that, or how I use it, for example, it's that when I have a new appointment, I start typing the notes directly in here, but you can also paste them later. But yeah, once after you have the notes from your appointment, the first thing I do is that I run this analysis so that I start from something quickly, like without going searching manually for each rubric. I have already a big number of suggestions, which, as we can see shortly, it's quite accurate. For sure, we will not add all the suggested rubrics. Some of them, we might not like them. Some other might also not be 100% accurate. But yeah, I find it still a way to start that it can speed up the process of repertorization without having to manually type all the symptoms. But for sure, like what I do after I do this, and as you can see, we get quite a list, and I would select a few based on the symptoms that I know from the appointment. And after that, I would still go and search maybe a few rubrics more that I feel maybe they were missing. But yeah, I think it's a good place to start. And you can see I click the green button here and close, and now we have them added in the same list of we had before. One other thing is that if you are used to take handwritten notes, you can use the upload notes functionality, this green button. And so you could just take a picture with your phone at the handwritten notes and then upload it here, and it will convert the handwritten notes from the picture into typed notes. And it can read also quite difficult handwriting. So yeah, this can be helpful if you still want to use for example, the AI analysis, or even just store digitally your notes, but you've taken the handwritten one, and you can use this functionality. Another AI feature is the analyze photo, this button here. I'm quickly looking for a picture here as an example. Yeah, here it is. So again, I can either click here to select, or I will drag and drop a picture here. And so this is a picture of a physical symptom. So we can use this functionality if we have a picture from a patient. Of course, usually it's going to be like skin things. And then we can click the analyze button, and what this will do is that we will get rubric suggestions based on the picture. And this one as well, similar to the other one, it doesn't give a certain answer, it doesn't give us certain rubrics, but I found it useful. I mean, sometimes might even just like not work. For some pictures, it might just not understand them, but other times I found it quite useful to find maybe some rubrics which I would have found difficult to find without using the tool. And yeah, like the picture was basically a boil on the chin, and as you can see, we got interesting rubrics. We got face, boils, chin, eruptions, face, chin, pustules, chin, and also here we can click the green button if we like any of those rubrics to add them to the repertorization. If we want, we can also make a prescription for this appointment, and making a prescription basically just means saving it as a data in this case, so that then in the future it's saved and we can look at it, and I will show you in a second where. But yeah, first we would look for the name of a remedy, and then we can decide, we can write something in the potency box, and it can be anything that we want. It's just text. We could say 200C once per week, or LM1, 3 drops, and so on. And we can also add more than one remedy if you want to, but by start typing another one and then select. Once we are ready, we will click the confirm prescription button, and now this is saved. So now I will click the red close button to go back to the main case page. And as you can see here, we have saved the prescription. This can be useful, and also here you can see the notes that we wrote before. So now in this is a patient, we only have one appointment, but imagine after we have a patient that you had like 5, 10 appointments. Here you would have the list of all the appointments with the date. And you could select each of them and look at the notes you took for each different appointment. And here you would see the prescription you made for each different appointment. So yeah, it's a way to store the data in a way that then it can be easy to look at in the future. So here from the case page, we have some other functionality that we can use. We have the duplicate case button in case it's a bit similar to the one I was showing before of copy like ABC, but in this case, we would duplicate the whole case, not just one repertorization. And like the other one, it can be useful if we have a case that we want to make some changes, but we want to keep the original one without losing it. Maybe yeah, this can be helpful. We can also export the case by clicking the purple button. And what this will do is that it will export the case in Word format. So probably I cannot show it because I'm only sharing the screen, but yeah, it's a nice formatted Word document with all the information of the case. So all the repertorization that we did with all the grids, with the remedies, with the scoring, all the notes of each appointment, the prescription, and the patient details. So in this page, after we did the first appointment, if we want to do another one, we would click on the new analysis here. Or if we want to go back and look at the one we just created, we would click on this row, the view button. Okay, now we'll move to the AI section in Home. And this is very similar to what we just saw in the cases. We have the moment analyze notes and analyze photo. It's the exact same functionality that I showed you. The only difference is that we can use it here without creating a case. And after we paste the notes here and we click analyze, it runs, and then we get the list of the rubrics, and then we can we'll get the button create case. And so we would create a new case based on the rubrics that came up from this repertorization. It's just another way of using this AI notes feature that you can use without creating a case first. Personally, I like more the other one because I can then choose which rubrics to add, while here initially all the rubrics that came up will be added, so it will be more about removing them later in the case page. We'll now quickly show the periodic table. This one as well, it's only currently available in the professional edition. And this is the periodic table based on the homeopathic view. So we have all the different elements differentiated by series and by stages. So we can see some information about the series when we click here on a series, or if we click on like one element, we will see the information of the series it's present on and the stage it's from. And here some information about the element itself. And then there is also a link to the homeopathic remedy of that element in case there are any. So for the most basic elements, we have, like, as you can see on phosphorus, we have phosphorus and different compounds, while if you start going on like the more complicated elements like the lanthanides, we don't have any remedies for those at the moment. Here in the home page, after you created some case, you will have the recent case that you worked on, and you can quickly access them by clicking on them here in the home page. Yeah, one other thing I wanted to show. It's a bit of this one. It's a bit more advanced, but I think it's something, once it's ready, it will be interesting. So I will now switch to Suggesta to repertory from Massimo Mangialavori. This is not available yet in the software. It's only available internally for beta testing, but it should be released in a few weeks. So this is that I'm going to show. It's only present in the beta test. That's why I'm switched to this repertory. And I add just a few random rubrics so that I can go on the analysis section. And it's this strategies button, which we would not see. You would not see it without the beta test access. And so here in the strategies, initially we have no strategy, and we can create a new strategy. And we have many different parameters that we can use to basically change the way how the remedies coming up in the repertorization are shown. So first of all, they will not be shown anymore by number of rubrics or sum of degrees, but there is an algorithm that, based on all those parameters that we select, will calculate the score from 0 to 100. So the different parameters that we can tune, we have grades, so how much importance we want to give to the grades from 0 to 10, how much importance we want to give to the small remedies, to the small rubrics, and also below here we can pick what is a small remedy. Is it a remedy that is coming up less than 500 times, or less than 2000, or whatever we want. Same for the small rubrics. We can give importance to different hierarchy. Sorry, we can give importance to different section of the repertory, and to the degree, which is the score that we have given, if we have given any. So yeah, this, it's as I was saying before, it's a more advanced version, but the idea for the future is that there will be, for everyone, default set strategies for different kind of situation. So there might be the totality strategy, there might be an acute therapeutic strategy, there might be a strategy made specifically for animals or for childs, and so on. And you would be able to select one of these pre-created strategy without having to go here and like create yourself, which is more advanced and complicated. But yeah, you would just have them here on this screen, and so based on the needs of the analysis that you would like to do, you would select it here. And what it does that it changes the order of how the remedies are showing up here. So I have selected this strategy now, and as you can see, we have the score. And so now they are ordered by score and not by the sum of degrees anymore. Other thing also here in the repertorisation, we can click on the remedy name, and we are sent immediately to the materia medica of that remedy. And if we click back, go back here, we come back again to where we were. Or actually, yeah, we were on C. Yeah, this is probably something I have to check. We were on C. Let's run to A. Okay. Any questions so far?
Marco, I think it looks brilliant.
Thank you, Katie.
I also really like it so far. It looks amazing. I have a question, but I don't know if I can describe where it was. It was in the section My Cases. When you select rubrics, you select the rubrics, but you cannot see the remedies straight away that are in the rubrics.
Yes.
Sorry, maybe maybe it's okay, actually. You don't need to. You see them when you click on analysis.
Yes, but also if you want to see the remedy, you can click on the rubric at any time, and you will be shown the remedy.
Yes, okay. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Sure, no worries. So yeah, both on when you make a search before adding it, you can click on it here.
Okay, great.
Or also after you have selected it, if you click on it, you will see the remedies.
Thank you. Thanks.
And I mean, personally, I mean, we could also like open them all so that the remedies are shown immediately. But personally, I like it more this way. I find that sometimes if we know which remedy are in there before, it's something that could affect our choice. While I believe it's very important to just pick the rubrics without knowing, and then after we have selected everything, we would see the analysis and the grid.
Good point.
But still, if we want to, yeah, we just click on it and we can see them.
Thank you.
Hi, Marco. It's great. I've been using it for a little while. So can I ask a couple of questions? Is that all right?
Hi, Delia, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've been using it a bit and it's quite good. It was just that it was not enough of the repertories there, I think, sometimes. So I'm glad to hear that you, and Marcus told me you were sort of speaking to the Richard to be able to get the Murphys to get the repertory in there. I was wondering whether you also have Richard Pitt, the comparative materia medica there as well?
Yes, I've already signed an agreement with Richard, so it's just a matter of hopefully a few weeks of integrating it into the software, and then it will be available as an add-on package. Yeah, Richard.
Okay, so you're going to do it as an add-on package?
Yes, it will be an option that, yeah, if a user wants to buy, it will be, yeah, an add-on package on top of the other Pro subscription.
Okay, and another question, please. Are these can we use this offline, or do we always have to be, you know, online to be able to use the system?
Yeah, Yes, you always have to be online. At the moment, yeah, the software only works online. In the future, not like immediate future, but yeah, maybe next year, we are thinking, evaluating if it makes sense, but there are some issues around that. For example, we would not be able to have the semantic search probably, which I find one of the most interesting feature. We would not be able to use it from like have it all connected on different devices. So like the cool thing is that now this repertorisation I made, if I'm out with my phone and I want to quickly look at it, the results or something, I've access to it. While if it's online, or if it's offline, we would lose that functionality. But of course, like it's trade-off. There are, of course, good points of having it offline. So yeah, we are thinking on it, and I mean, it would probably be a bit different than what we have now. But yeah, it's something. It's not in the immediate future.
Okay. And can you access the notes? For example, if I don't have connection, can I still access my notes on the cases and the remedies that I have prescribed?
No, you cannot. But yeah, this is something that it might be that we implement in the not so distant future. So yeah, this is something that could be done. We could have it that maybe you cannot like look for rubrics, but you could look at like existing data. Yeah, that's something. It's not there now, but it's something. Yeah, we might look at in the more near future.
Okay, thank you. My last one, sorry, is going to be, and that would be it. Would you be talking about the different prices and oh, you already done that right at the beginning. I missed the first 5 minutes trying to log in.
Yeah, no, actually, I've not talked about that. So yeah, I will talk now. So I will can probably go on the page, the pricing page. So yeah, at the moment, basically just two versions. So it's Similia free, which is free, and you get all the classic books and the classic materia medica and the basic functionalities with some limitations. So you can only create 3 new cases per month and 3 new analyses per month. And yeah, that's, well, you can still use the repertory unlimited, and you can use the materia medica as much as you want. So the limitation it's only on new cases and analysis. And then we have the pro version, Murphy edition, and which is priced in Europe 24.99 euro. In the United Kingdom, 19.99 pounds, and in the States and the rest of the world, $29.99. And it's based on a monthly subscription, and there are 14 days of free trial. So you can register. To start the free trial, you will be asked to put a debit or credit card. And then before the 14 days period, you can cancel, and you will still be able to access the professional version until the end of the 14 days. And if you canceled it at the end of the 14 days period, you will not be billed, and but you will lose access to the professional version. Then there are other versions launching in the future with other repertories and materia medica. So we will have different like main version, which usually would include like a big repertory and a big materia medica. And then we would have add-on packages. For the moment, the add-on packages we are working on is the Richard Pitt comparative materia medica and thematic materia medica. and also a meditative proving package, which will include the contemporary repertory of meditative provings and Madeline Evans' Materia Medica, Volume 1 and 2 of meditative provings. Blassa, did you have another question?
Yes, I just wanted to comment on or ask at the same time. When Delia asked if we only have access to this when we are online, I was thinking, you said that we can export the cases into a Word format. So that means that we can potentially save every case in a Word document and have access to it at any time in our documents. Am I right in that?
Yes, I will show you. So when you go on a page case, so when you're on My Cases, you click on one of your case, and this is the case page. You have the purple export case button, and if you click it, you will get the export in Word format with all the information about the case, all the notes of the different appointments, all the prescription, all the repertorisation, and the patient details.
So we won't be able to work on on the case, but at least we have the notes saved. So
yes,
you cannot access them. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Dalia, you have another question? You're muted.
Yes, I'm trying to unmute myself. Thank you. Are you going to do a package as well, for example, for discount if people pay yearly, for example, as opposed to a monthly, rolling monthly? Are you going to be doing like, say, a year, be the word, say 10
Yes.
months? Are you going to come up with anything like that? Are you going to have anything for, I don't know, for students?
Yes, we have student discounts. So yeah, it's here we have like basically just a message of if you're a student, get in touch. And yes, there is a student discount. So for students in a homeopathy course, like a professional homeopathy course, they can get a 25% student discount during the whole time they are students. And so, yeah, what we ask is just some data and some proof that they are students, and then we would either send a coupon code or activate it on their account. And yeah, regarding the yearly, at the moment we don't have it, but most probably soon we will have like a lot of softwares do this. If you subscribe for 1 year, you would get a discount price compared to the monthly price. There is a question from some questions in the chat. Okay, going. Okay, so first one, Barbara. Yes, it works on tablets too. So yeah, it's optimized for laptops, tablets, and smartphones. Can show like how it would look, for example, on an iPad mini. As you can see here, maybe the bar can be useful, but yeah, it's it works. So this is the fourth version of the Murphy repertory. It's the meta repertory. And as far as I know, I think at the moment we are the only homeopathy software in the world that we have the fourth edition meta repertory. Yes, you can print out of the software. You have two ways. So usually the page we would like to print, it's this grid, the analysis one. And so one way is that when you are on this page, you would go on your browser, and I don't know if you can see it, probably not, but if I click on File, Print in my browser, this is Chrome, I would get the Save as PDF. So actually, when you click Print, it will not actually print, but it will save it as PDF. And it saved it in a nice PDF so that you have all the rubrics and the grid with the remedies and the scores. And after you save it as PDF, then you can open it with some software in your computer and print it. That's one way. And yeah, the other way is that if you export the case in Word format, you would have all the cases information, including the repertorizations grid, which then you can print from the Word document. Modern provings for new rubrics. Andrea, I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, do you mean like the mediative provings or other or other books? But yeah, I mean, we have, as modern repertories, we have Murphy and Suggesta 2 coming soon, which I believe they have a lot of the more modern proved remedies. Which repertories are in this software? So the free version includes Kent, Boric, Bonninghausen, Synoptic Key, and Herring repertories. And the professional version at the moment, we have the Murphy Meta Repertory, 4th edition. And then we have Massimo Mangialavori Suggesta 2 repertory launching hopefully in a few weeks. Will the software store all my requests? So if I understand correctly, the questions is no. So if this is about like privacy and things like that, as it's outlined in the features page, we take the data and privacy very seriously, especially because it's like medical data, and we follow all the medical data regulations like HIPAA in the United States, of course GDPR in Europe. So the data is, of course, we store the data encrypted, the data like the rubrics or the notes that then we need to make the software work. So we needed to show it to you again, but we don't access it. And it starts with all the like modern security safety measure. And we don't track what you are doing and and things like that. So which renowned homeopaths are using and supporting this new software? The moment, we are collaborating with Massimo Mangialavori, Richard Pitt. We have, of course, the books from the late Robin Murphy. And we have other ones that we are, like, it's not public yet, but there will be more renowned homeopaths that will be announced soon. So does the software have a library? Is there a list of the books in the library? We don't have a library, I would say. I mean, not a public one. Like if you want to know which books we have, like we have the repertories here, the 5.1 I showed before, and for the materia medica, we have those 6. yeah, basically we try to keep everything modern and with a clean, usable user experience. So if you want to look at a materia medica for a remedy, you go on the remedy, and then you can select a different author. So those are the authors that we have. We have Allen, HC, Boric, Boger, Clark, Herring, and Kent, and of course Murphy for the materia medica. But yeah, I would say we don't have like a library page or something. It's just when you use the repertory, you will get rubrics based on the repertory that you selected, and where you are on materia medica, you pick a remedy, and then you can pick the authors you prefer. Will there be a place to add follow-up notes? Yes, there is already. So the idea is that now we did our first appointment. And when we have a second appointment, what we would do is that from the list of all the cases, we would go back to this patient. We know we have the second appointment. So we click on here and we would go on new analysis. And here it's a new analysis. So it's everything new. We don't have any rubric selected. And also if we go on the notes, it's empty. And we can start typing things. And as you can see now, if we go back here to the page of the case, we have the different notes here. So here, the first one, it's the notes of the first appointment and the prescription that we did. And then we can select this one, and it's the notes from the follow-up appointment, and so on. After we have many appointments with the same patient, then yeah, we can easily switch between all the different appointments here and see all the different notes and prescription that we made. Remedy relationships. So at the moment, if you use Murphy materia medica, you will have remedy relationship on every remedy at the end. So always at the end of each remedy for Murphy materia medica, you have the relations. If you are on the free version, I would suggest, I think Boric, yeah, also Boric in pretty much all his remedy of his materia medica, at the end he has a relationship section. So yeah, you can find something here as well. So the repertories in the basic package are Kent, 6th edition, Boric repertory, Bonninghausen repertory, Boger synoptic key, and Herring guiding symptoms. Colin Griffith, I was in touch with him many months ago. He was quite happy of the idea, and he tried to put me in touch with his agent or publisher, can't remember, but then we kind of lost touch and it didn't happen. But yeah, I think I might reach out to him again. But yeah, as I was saying before, we are soon launching a mediative package. So it's quite similar to Colin's books. So it's the Madeline Evans mediative provings books and the contemporary repertory of mediative provings. So, okay, this is another interesting question. Can this software be used in various languages? At the moment, the user interface is only in English, but quite soon we are working on it. Should be a matter of 1 month or 2. We will have a multi-language user interface with probably around 8 of the most important language based on like also use of homeopathy around the world. But actually, one very interesting thing is that already you can type in the semantic search in any language and it works. So I will just make some example now. I will start with Spanish. So what I wrote is that I'm like fear of heights in Spanish. And as you can see, I'm getting the correct rubric, fear high places. Or I can write something in Italian. So this is fear of the dark in Italian. And again, first rubric we got, it's fear dark. And it works with really any language. I've tried Japanese and it works. So I think really pretty much any language should work. So yeah, this is like the first multi-language at the moment we have, which is probably one of the most important. Then the user interface, it's fairly easy, like there's not a lot, but still we'll translate it soon. And then eventually we might look at translating the repertories and materia medica at some point. Okay, so to contact me, you can, here you have the help desk button on the navigation bar. And you can send a message through here. Or also if you send us a message on our social media, Instagram and Facebook, I often, like at least every day, look there. So if you want to send a message there as well, I can reply there as well. Is it possible to search your case notes? Yeah, very interesting. I just got, I think this morning or yesterday from another user, the suggestion of implementing that. So it's not available, but it's in our list. So yeah, soon you will be able to search through your case notes with like a simple search interface. Was thinking probably of something here so that you can easily search. Let's say you have a patient with 10 appointments, or even like here, you can start searching here through all your patients. Yeah, we'll have that soon. Yes, it works in Hebrew. Actually, I've been in touch with a woman in Israel, and she told me she tried, because I told her that it works in any language. She tried it in Hebrew, and she was very happy with it. I mean, we could make a quick test now. Okay. Not sure. I guess it should be right. Fear of flying, and we go on repertory and put the Hebrew text. And yeah, so we got fear of airplanes, and then fear of flying, and again fear of flying. By the way, just to specify, the different language, it only works with the semantic search. It doesn't work with the keyword, which is available only with the premium repertories. Katie, you have a question?
Yeah, I don't know whether this is possible or not, but your AI functions are brilliant. And I just wondered, there was one I thought that I saw in there that you didn't touch on that said audio.
Yes. Yeah.
I just wondered
So,
about that.
Yeah, sure. Great question. Yeah, I didn't mention it, but this is something that we are working on, which will be available in the future. And so the idea here is that if you record with your patient permission a consultation, or even in real time, we are trying to implement both functionality. It will then do the same of what is happening with the notes. So either in real time, or if you just record it and then upload it here, it will convert, basically it will suggest you rubrics based on the audio of the consultation.
Amazing. So that was my next question, whether you could either just upload a transcript of a consultation that you've had permission, or whether there was going to be a function where it could, with permission, obviously, record. So is that further down the line, or is that quite imminent?
Probably towards the end of the summer, I would say. Yes. I mean, at the moment, yeah, you could upload the transcript. It would not work as well, because the idea is, for how we develop this functionality, the analyze notes, is that you upload your notes. While if you put a transcript, of course, you have like all the things that you spoke as practitioner, which is confounding a bit. While of course for the analyze audio, we know that it's there, so it will be built so that it works good even if there is the words of the practitioner. Because actually it will differentiate between the voice of the practitioner and the patient, and so we'll just mostly take into consideration what we get from the patient.
Amazing. And is it app-based or is it desktop-based?
It's web-based, so it works on the browser. So that's why it works on any device. It works on smartphone, on a tablet, and laptop computers, because you just access it from your browser, for like Chrome, Firefox, Safari. Basically, after you log in, you are here on the website, and so the website is the app itself, and you don't have to install anything. You just log in and start using it.
So you can access it once you're subscribing, you can access it from as many different devices as you want. Yes.
Also, if you have the free, so you can register a free account at any time. So when you go on similia.io, here you have the get started for free. So you would start typing your email, and then you would go on get started for free. Oh, sorry, I have first to sign out from my account. So I'll do that again. I go on get started for free. Then you would create a new password for the software and click sign up. You would get an email to confirm, a link to click, and then you can sign in, or you can also sign in directly with Google, which is what I do. And basically after you do that, you are here in the software and you are using it. And even in the free version, you can use it from your mobile, from your tablet, at any point. The only difference that in the free version, like you have only the classic books, and you cannot use the AI, but yeah, you can use it from mobile as well.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure. Any other question?
I have a question. Can we go back to the videoing? So if you video and then you transcribe it, at that point for patient privacy, are you able to then erase the video but keep the transcription?
Okay, so yeah, well, it's not here. So how it will work is that when you upload the recording of the audio, it's only used, of course, like the idea is that you have permission to do it, but then of course that it's about each users that they have to take care of having their permission. But once you upload it, it only gets used to search the rubrics. It does not get stored. So after you upload it, you get the rubric suggestion, but we don't have the audio access anymore. Actually, we never had the audio access. It's only used, it gets sent to the AI, it's used, and then it's deleted. And about that, actually, all the AI models that we use, they never store any data, and the data that we pass them, they are not used for training, never. So also, like when we use the notes to rubrics AI functionality, the data it's sent to the AI, but they do not store it and do not use it for training. So yeah, I don't know if Sandra, I've answered your question.
Yes, thank you.
Sure. Okay, if there are no other questions, we can probably wrap it for today. And yeah, just want to say that we'll do more tutorials in the future. And I mean, today was a quite basic one to go over all the functionalities, but we are preparing to have some more advanced, more interesting tutorial for users that already are familiar and are using Similia with experienced homeopaths and teachers, where they would probably go through cases that maybe they worked themselves using Similia, and they had good results on the case thanks to Similia. And yeah, it will be all announced on our social media. Okay, thanks everyone for joining. Thank you for the kind word and the appreciation. Yeah, have a great evening or afternoon or night. And yeah, see you another time. Bye, everyone.
Marco, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.